Okay. You actually left. Okay, I have no idea if it's still
coming into Champaign down Neal Street. I just wanted to show you this insane building they're building in front of the old organ shop. Is that insane? Look at the size of that thing. I think Carmen's is gone. We'll find out here in a second. It's kind of nice when you're recording like this and there's a soundtrack.
Yeah.
Look at the size of that.
Oh, jeez.
Building.
Do they really need a building?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe Carmen's sign is lit up, so maybe it's still going.
Put that down. Got something I gotta say. Oh well, tell me all about it.
Well, it's called the Creperie. Is that insane? Look at the size of this building. Okay.
It's hard to tell, but you can see it goes uphill right here real bad. And by the time I got all that leveled out, there was nothing left here. I ended up having to cut all the inlays for this thing.
Well, it probably looks better.
It did. It turned out really good.
I think we're going to have to boogie on.
Yeah,
We got a boogie on down.
Before 5.
Yeah.
But if I don't hear from you, then I guess.
It's a hand-me-down because my son lost his, and
Yeah, I really like
Go
it.
back.
then he found
See
it.
the picture?
But in the meantime,
Oh,
he
look
bought
at
a new
that.
one.
Cool.
Yeah.
It looks like a phone. At first I thought you just had your phone.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's the
I'll leave
beauty
it up
of it
to
too, is that nobody knows
up to
really.
your
You know.
judgment. You know how
Cool.
it's gonna be.
And the other thing is too, is that when you're done,
Saddle slots right there.
So those camera things are not all that expensive. I was surprised.
Well-
Those camera cards, $15 each. I ought to get 3 of them.
right? Yeah.
That'd be great. Really want to do is use my connections within the just make people
I got a property over in Indiana. I wanted to have a little thing to replace Reese's.
really
Oh, is that right? How far over in Indiana? Perrysville. Very across the line. Down on 234? 63.
About 5 miles down, and Perrysville's right there on the Wabash.
Yeah,
And my property's
yeah.
about 5 miles on the other side of the water.
Oh.
So,
When did you get that?
last year.
Yeah,
Nice.
Well, if you come over
Is
here,
there-
you'll see it.
Is there a house on it or nothing?
The other idea was
Oh man, that's going to be great.
trying to fill a void.
Wow.
Really good players.
Just roll your eyes. This is not your project.
No, I did not see it.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta follow your dreams. Right? Am I right? Gotta follow your dreams.
One of the music fans, Jim Stevens, in Betty this guy, he looks like
So keep it in mind, come down first Sunday in October.
First Sunday in October.
Yeah, it might as well be.
Oh, you're really replacing Weesey then.
Well, I just
So is it a camp out? Okay. It's a motorcycle camp out for me then.
And the first time he did it, he didn't
Yeah, it's well done by them.
Somebody,
It'll be a little primitive, but hey.
is somebody in your group playing upright bass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick.
Who? Rick Ross. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fantastic.
On Thursday and up in Evanston last night, and playing in Urbana, Illinois tonight.
Yeah!
Appreciate y'all coming out, and it's one of the best decisions I made in my life. I made two. One was to play with Allison Krauss, and the other one was to play with Charlie Sizemore. Please welcome Charlie Sizemore.
Well, I buy Sunday paper Saturday night, look forward to tomorrow. Things seem bright, things around town, from my head down to my shoes. My baby loves me and knows what to do. Well, I used to be as lonely as a brother.
That's great, Karen's. A little too dark in here. Now, as far as playing, I don't know. That's insane.
Or, this is part of the plan too. Test. Here's part of the plan. Is it gonna harmonize with you? No. You're gonna read a poem.
Oh, yeah?
See, what we're doing is we're rewriting poetry. There's the classic poem Hiawatha, and this is rewritten Hiawatha, but then we put it to the Benny Golson tune. We're actually gonna do this too. Weird stuff, but we pulled the bars and they said they wanted it. So
John,
they wanted it.
they need it. They need it, John.
Okay, so
Okay, are you ready, Wally?
so we got this. Like we start out. This is now called Hiawatha Joe. We're combining Killer Joe with rewritten Hiawatha. So we'll do a little intro and then you'll come in, right? So.
Where they serve the giggling water, way uptown at 82nd, near the restaurant now.
Is that fast?
You can read it at any time you want to.
Where they serve the giggling water, way uptown at 82nd, near the restaurant almost. Up on Southwest View.
Can't hear you.
Go too fast. Can you watch out?
Where they serve the wiggly water, way uptown on the 82nd, near the restaurant in Echo, up by Feldman's Bagel Factory, where the sugar never water, 'cause the soda laced with bourbon gets ideas of them much grandeur. Thinks he owns a Pipestone movie.
Thinks he owns a Pipestone quarry.
Keeps on boozing, gets more southern, doesn't pay the Vista pension. When no one more cheery drunkards. Gaily. Hiya. Watha.
It's actually
Johnny Armando.
1970s. I never really got a tune.
Wally on the big bass. Karen on the sofa.
So what are we doing?
Tom's on the fiddle. We're gonna do Red Haired Boy.
Right, boy, is it? Okay.
Keyboard, you're spread way out.
Day 2. The jury is still sequestered.
Not come to a verdict yet.
Oh, maybe not. You're right. Day 3.
1947 Indian Chief motorcycle.
This is really the first morning in Urbana. We're at the Courier.
Walter is this way. Walter.
What is that thing anyway? Like an
A little
iPhone?
tiny miniature camera. What we're doing with it mostly is, this is the hellhole where I slept last night.
Want to hear that 47 Indian Chief again?
Johnny's gonna play 47 Indian Chief.
Because it just looks like a cat with a cigar and stuff when it's the other way.
Leaving Johnny's. Battle of the...
Wassily.
God, what do we have?
Wassily.
And we're definitely in Wally's car. Thank you. It's the subway in Marion. Why not? Alright, we're good. Going to sales.
instead of leaving, I'm just afraid. And it's all your fault. Well, it's all your fault. And I'm not playing and having fun. And if I'm staying all by myself, you know it's all your fault. When you said that you would do, I tried to find somebody new. But I found out that wouldn't do, 'cause I'd be alone with somebody new. And it's all your fault when I'm a grandma. If I can't call you grandma, I'll have to tell them that it's all your fault.
When you see the kind of wisdom your close dear. Like the lady, I'm it's not the thing to do. I guess I'll have to learn to be a fool. That's right, Dad.
The girls playing were bluegrassmix.com. Backstage.
Biscuits, mama, the muse is dancing in the peas. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to Music City after more than 10 years absence, America's #1 favorite country sweethearts, Joel and Debbie! Twine, 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 twine. Don't you let me hear me sing. Twine, 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 twine. Don't you let me strong and dry. Cheep, cheep, give, fine, cheep, cheep, fine, fine, twine, 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 twine. I got a truck of ice and beer. They can stay right away from here. I'll get a bottle of muscatel and a little cheap motel. I gotta have some atmosphere. I'm the kind of girl to go for every cowboy from yo. How do I know that you're sincere? Wine, wine, twine, twine. Don't you love to hear me sing? Wine, wine, twine, twine. Don't you love me strong and dry? Cheap, cheap, give, fine, cheap, cheap, fine, fine, wine, wine, twine, twine. I'm at the Haley Stigger Road. Let out some lines so we can
Listen, man, I gotta go. I don't wanna see you anymore. You gonna use some self-control. Or we don't want my wife to know. Why? Don't you love to hear me sing? Why? Don't you love to storm and dry? Cheep, cheep, dear, fine, cheep, cheep, bang, bang. Why? Hear me sing. Why? Don't you love me strong and dry? Cheep, cheep, give fine, cheep, cheep, bang, bang. Why? Hello, everybody, and thanks to all you good people and fine folks for coming out to see the Doyle and Debbie show tonight. We're mighty glad you came, and we just hope you find our music entertaining and enjoyable so that you can go home and tell all your friends and neighbors that Doyle and Debbie had done all they could with what the good Lord gave them. Tonight is a very special evening for Doyle and Debbie. Now I know y'all are looking up here on the stage and saying yourselves, that looks like Doyle, but I sure don't recognize that good-looking little gal up there next to him. But I'd like y'all to say hello to my new Debbie. Hello. She's been out on the road with us now for 6 weeks, learning all the Debbie songs and all the Debbie parts. And once you hear this little gal sing, you're going to want to take this little Debbie to heart the same way you did the other two. And it is my new Debbie's heartfelt wish that her abundant talent and special care with these songs will wipe the other Debbies clean from your mind. Tell them where I found you, Debbie.
Well, Doyle, I was singing at the VFW Hall in Mooney's Gap, Tennessee, when in walks the most famous man ever to hail from Cobb County, Mr. Doyle Mayfield. Of course, nobody's seen him in years since his breakdown or anything. And we all just thought he's still in the hospital or retired or something.
You know what? It wasn't even a hospital. It was just it wasn't nothing but a little world-class research facility for the study and treatment of emotional exhaustion in country artists. And that's all there was to it.
So he sat down at the bar and had a beer and listened to me and my band play a few songs, and he must have liked what he heard because he asked me to be his new Debbie.
That's right, I did, right there on the spot. I walk in, and I hear this little gal just singing her heart out. And I say to myself, Doyle, this little gal is your ticket back to the big time. How long have you been singing there at that little hole in the wall, darling?
That night.
How long have you been employed at that establishment?
Almost 10 years.
Good Lord, 10 years.
Well, if I hadn't been there, I wouldn't be here. Thank you. God bless you.
Well, Debbie, what do you say we just show these folks what we're talking about? How about kicking it off for us?
If you've been passing through Missoula, Montana on July the 17th, 1989, and you had your car radio tuned to KMOS Big Country, You might have heard the local DJ introducing the number 3 song in that market, and it might have sounded something like this.
I wrote this song with my third wife, who was also my second baby.
I know you're cheating,
But I still love you.
and I tried my best to keep you.
You cannot ask me to be someone that I cannot be.
I know you're leaving,
And you can't stop me.
but there's just one last thing I ask thee. When you're screwed with other women, think of me. When you're screwed with other women, think of me. Just pretend the end is over and you're back in love with me.
I'll think of her G-spot as your G-spot, even though it's not to me.
When you're screwed with other women, think of me. Just imagine that filthy swine you picked up at the bar.
I pretend it's you. I'm about to do in the back seat of our car.
And when she asks you, is something wrong, dear, just offer his apology. When you're screwed with other women, you think of me. When you're screwed with other women, think of me. Just pretend the end is over and you're back in love with me.
I'll think of her G-spot as your G-spot, even though it's not to me.
When you're screwed with other women, think of me.
I'll bring it home, darling.
When you're screwed with other women, think of me.
That girl can really sing, can't you? Debbie, why don't you tell these folks a little bit about yourself?
Well, Dole, all my life, ever since I was a little girl, I dreamed of being a big singer in Nashville. And every night, before I headed off to the VFW hall, I took my kids into bed.
Debbie is a single mother.
And I took them into bed, and we prayed that some big Nashville scout would be out in the audience that night, and that he'd take me to Nashville and I'd get to make a record. And maybe I'd make enough money to buy my kids some bikes and Nintendos, and then all them people from back home that ever heard me sing would hear me sing on the radio, and they'd say, "There's that girl that had them 3 kids before she's 20 and never had 2 nickels to rub together, and now she's famous."
And now instead of rubbing nickels, you can rub their noses in it, can't you, darling? So tell the folks what happened
Right after we rolled into Nashville yesterday, where's the first place I took you?
Well, Doyle took me down to Music Row to a big record company, and we sang some songs to a man in a big fancy office.
Well, what'd he say? Did he like it?
Well, I guess.
We hadn't got halfway through that first song, and he was ready to sign her up. And I ain't saying who it was or what record company it was, but he wanted her bad. But he was wanting the Debbie without the Doyle. And I said to him, son, it's a duo. Doyle and Debbie. You want the Debbie, you take the Doyle. I mean, he looked like he'd been run over by the shit wagon and hung up to dry. I just grabbed Debbie's hand and we just marched on out of there just as big as you please, and we never even looked back. Did we, Debbie?
No.
He did a call one day from headquarters wondering why the hell he never signed us up. Buddy, let's kick off a little stock car love for these people.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We met in Talladega, loving fell from the start, and life looked like an endless straightaway.
We drove that Winnebago from Charlotte to Riverside, ignoring every yellow caution flag that God put in our way. Stop car love,
We can't control it.
stop car love, we're gonna roll with it.
Will we ever get enough?
Stop car love.
I miss the pole position. I used to get it all the time, but now I barely qualify at all.
Two hearts in demolition, just need a minor overhaul. We're caught between a kiss and a cement's retaining wall. Stop car love,
We can't control it.
stop car love, we're gonna roll it.
Will we ever
Get enough, stop car love.
kids and then getting those? Say it's time to call it quits.
We can't win on life's racetrack when we're always in the pits.
Stop karma. We can't control it. Stop karma.
Oh,
Will we ever get enough of stop karma? We're very in contention. I'm almost out of gas, but I'll still love you till we crash and burn.
we've almost blown our engine. Let's push it one more time around. One final burst of passion as that church light comes down. Stop karma!
We can't control it.
Stop karma! We're gonna roll it!
Will we ever get enough of stop karma?
Stop karma!
We can't control it.
Stop karma! We're gonna roll it!
Will we ever get enough of stop karma?
bless you. Thank you so much. Mighty fine, Debbie.
Thank you, Lord. You too.
Debbie has not had an easy road to hoe. The little gal has paid her some dues. Just tell me about some of the crap you've had to put up with.
Well, Joel, I have mainly been blessed in my life, and the people that know me best think I've only known hardship and abusive relationships, but that's just not true. I have been blessed with precious little glimpses of joy. Tiny, precious little glimpses of happiness that I will always treasure. And they all involve my 3 very special children.
Oh, they're out in the car. They can hear you.
But when I see you people and I feel your love, I know that I'm mainly basking in Dole's limelight.
Oh, now that is just so sweet.
That stressful drudgery of my former life just melts away when I'm around Dole's fan base, because yours is not the kind of love that withers and dies in one sleazy night in the back of a band bus. And yet, there's no commitments made, there's no promises to break. That kind of love can't be bought with a used trailer hitch and a handful of OxyContin.
And a 4-wheeler.
And a 4-wheeler. That kind of love comes from here. That comes from here.
Well, why don't you just show these folks a little bit of that love and sing them a song? What do you say?
Well, I'll sure try.
This next song come about a long time ago when my first Debbie came to me late one night, all troubled. And she said, Doyle, have you noticed that there is a dearth of quality up-tempo songs from a woman's perspective? So I wrote one.
Just keep me barefoot and pregnant. That's all I wanna be. Just keep me locked up and cooking. It's a surefire recipe. I'd rather have you come home drunk than not come home at all. Just keep me barefoot and pregnant, and I'll be your baby dog. I ain't bitching if the quickie in the kitchen is all you got for me. You work hard and you're bound to be tired and hungry. And I won't gibber like a silly women's liver if the ball game's on TV. And if you should ever ask me if there's something you can do for me, just keep me barefoot and pregnant. That's all I wanna be. Just keep me locked up and cooking. It's a surefire recipe. I'd rather have you come home drunk than not come home at all. Just keep me barefoot and pregnant, and I'll be your baby doll. I'm a hotsy, hotsy, nutsy, frosty, feminazi. I'm a baby making machine. And I just pray that I'll always stay attractive. When next Miss Bobby pulls the covers down the locker, she should ask herself one thing. What good is the yo-yo if it hasn't got the spring? Pregnant, that's all I wanna be. Just keep me knocked up and cooking. It's a surefire recipe. I'd rather have you come home drunk than not come home at all. Just keep me barefoot and pregnant, and I'll be your baby doll.
fine, Debbie. Thank you, Dory. You know, and I was listening to you sing back there from the dressing room, and it sure as heck didn't sound to me like you just learned that song a week ago.
I used to sing that song with my little sister Dory when we were kids. That was the first Doyle and Debbie song I ever knew. And I remember my Aunt Tootie said, if we get up on that stage and sing that song, she'd buy me a pair of Acme Cowgirl boots. And these are the first boots I ever owned. And I remember taking them boots and sticking my nose down in them, smelling that leather, and then looking up and seeing little sister Dory staring at my boots with big old tears in her eyes.
Oh, she didn't get no boots.
Dory was born without no legs. And I said, Dory, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you cry. She looked up at me and she said, oh no, sissy, I'm crying because I'm so happy. Because my boots is in here.
That is one of the most important things I have ever heard. That reminds me, a long time ago, when a young, good-for-nothing greenhorn songwriter by the name of Doyle Mayfield first come to Nashville. And I found myself in some rare after-hours company with a couple of my heroes. And this young, know-it-all hick from Nowheresville had the audacity to say, Willie, what if it was Blue Eyes crying in the rain?
Even better. I like the one you told last night on the bus.
I hope it's true.
The one where you said, Willie, what if instead of car, it was ground? Angel flying too close to the ground.
Yep, that did happen. And he said he'd sleep on it, and I never did hear another word about it. And I mean, that's just fine. It's one little bitty word. It's not like I'm waiting for my royalties from Willie on my one little bitty word.
But he could have said something.
Willie! Uh-oh! I know what Buddy's wanting to hear. Hey, everybody, say hello to Buddy Apple, my best friend and longtime one and only band leader, Mr. Buddy Apple. Buddy has been with me through thick and thin. Ain't you, Buddy?
Mostly thin.
Mostly thin! Buddy's the kind of guy that'll get the Rice Krispies coming out your nose late at night. You know what I mean? Hit that chord for me one more time, buddy. It's gone from my head. I ain't no homo, but man, you sure look good to me. I ain't no homo. I have a wife and family. I see you walking here. Think there's a handful of man, bet your ass he's hanging with a big dog. I spot the diggly bow, wiggly, the wiggly, wiggly man. I'm working on a pocket of love, but she's working on the dime. In walks a big old fox with the sugar devil look in his eye. My, oh my, think you can drink, you can fight, you can do it all night. I ain't no homo. Man, you sure look good to me. I ain't no homo. This never happens to me. I see you walking in. I said, feels a handful, man. Feels your hair like a bear, let you do like a mule, let your ass is hang with the big dog. I want to be born. God bless you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Every now and then, once every 5.
After my brother Bobby died, my stepdaddy sold it all. But before he did, I managed to hide the Patsy records under our mattress.
Alrighty. What you call this thing, Debbie?
Well, I call it the ABCs of love.
The ABCs of love. I like that.
Thank you.
Let's hear it, bud.
1, 2, 3.
Hey you, AKA MVP, why are you AWOL from me? Your ETA, always TBA. Your X's and O's, always MIA. Mr. BMOC, are you too busy to RSVP? How VIP of you to be? Are you FUBAR? I am GOP to your DNC. That's NFL, not PBS, on my HD TV. And FYI, you are too PC, not NRA or CBN, enough for me. Hey you, are you on LSD or just OBGYN R&D? My PhD in ESP trumps your MA in STD. With your ADD, it's all BS from my POV. BTW, this is on the QT. PDQ and ASAP, you find TNT in your SUV.
There's a whole bunch of letters in it. Debbie and I have been so very blessed in our life with so many, many hit songs that we couldn't possibly get to them all tonight. So we've strung a bunch of them together for you with a little taste of each. I hope we've included some of your favorites. Buddy. 1, 2, 3. I ain't much to look at. I ain't all that bright. I ain't got no money. I hope that's alright.
I ain't much for talking. I don't get your jokes. I'm just here to party and blow a few smokes.
Would you like to see my place?
I won't leave this bar.
Well, that's alright, baby. I don't have a car.
Coochie coo, I got a thing for you. Looky here, he's got your eyes. Looky here, he's got his daddy's nose. Looky here, I got another surprise. Here's a Dr. Bill and a credit card bill. We got our shots, we got some nice stench of goodwill. Coochie coo, it's always good to see you. Tell your wife that Jezebel says hi.
Keep me from wandering aimlessly through the earthly fields of woe. Don't let me stray from thy narrow path. If I do, you let me know. Yes, you always let me know. They call me Jethro, I'm lonesome as can be. Won't you be my governor and grant me clemency? I know my crime was heinous, I'm sorry as can be. Call me Jethro, I'm in your custody.
It's not over
Until the fat lady sings. Forgive and forget it. I know it just got packed up and forced its way out. You just don't know it. Your bubble exploded,
slowly casting
the shadow of down. But it could be in choosing to take this amusing. Could have been any number of things. Just forgive and forget it. It might know that it's not over until the black lady sings.
Pace the gravy. Aren't you happy with your life? More biscuits, darling. Is it filled with pain and strife? Don't chew with your mouth open. And please don't take your knife. You can't mind your manners if you can't mind your wife.
your keys and shut your pie hole. That was my truck, and you're not supposed to drive. Three DUIs in one weekend, that's your record. You're just lucky that dog is still alive.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the Mason-Dixon line,
From KFC or Walmart to the biggest ball of twine,
from the pious of the heartland to the heathens on the coast.
spreads his riches evenly to those he loves the most.
You're either with us or against us, and if you don't pass our test, before you die you'll wonder why. God loves America best. Bring them on, bring them on. If they can't stand our freedom, bring them on. So say your prayers to the man upstairs
and give me thanks for the morals and hanks.
Look who's got more guns and tanks. God loves America best.
So far, Davey and I want you to know we've never had a finer audience.
That's right, Doyle. This audience will always have a special, special place in my heart.
And even though we've saved our best songs for the final set, we understand that you may have other obligations to attend to.
But just know that we will always love you and remember this night.
So that you can go home and tell all your friends and neighbors that Doyle and Debbie have done all they could with what the good Lord gave them.
Oh, bring up all paper tales and make some Jordan Lane. Tales of the rain with the final scene. I'm the devil's own recipe.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank y'all for coming out tonight and supporting Doyle in his return to his throne of glory. And just a couple of things if I could ask y'all, if you don't mind. Please remember that these nice people that are bringing you food and beverages don't get paid unless you pay them. I heard about that, but there's a lawsuit, but for now that's how it has to be. Speaking of lawsuits, Doyle has a lot of merchandise here for sale. If you want to come by right now and buy something over here or back here when we're done, you got t-shirts and records and stuff. So alimony's expensive. One other thing, if y'all don't mind, if you happen to see Doyle out in the lobby over by the dressing room or something, do me a favor and don't mention nothing about his mama nor his daddy. And please, whenever you do, don't offer to buy him a drink. Thank y'all.
Everything okay out there? Over. Damn it, Bobby Ray, what in the hell is going on out there? Over.
Bobby Ray said no more rainbow run and he won't give it back. Over.
Damn it, Bobby Ray, you're supposed to be watching over your little sister, not making her cry. Now give her back her damn rainbow bright, or I'm gonna come out there and knock a knot on your head. Over. Joel, you told me you left that box at home.
If I put the damn box away, would you shit your crying?
Biscuits, mama. The news is dancing in the peas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage America's favorite #1 country sweethearts, Joel and Debbie.
Thank you so much. Your continued presence here this evening tells Debbie and me that the love that we feel for y'all.
Grandma, put the table on the racing dog.
Feel the rain with privacy.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much. We're gonna kick things off with a powerful new song that is a potential harbinger of a new artistic direction for Doyle and Debbie. Depending on how it does in the marketplace. But if any song is gonna erase your memory of the other Debbies, it's gonna be this one right here. Why don't you tell them a little bit about it, Debbie?
Well, I think the title pretty much speaks for itself. It's called For the Children.
1, 2, 3. Just tell them a little bit about it.
Well, I just think that it's hard for kids today, with all the drugs and violence and peer pressure, and that they need special guidance that's up to us to give them. And this song is for them.
1, 2. And they are a handful, ain't they?
I tell you what.
Kids today. When I was a kid, most we ever did was maybe stick a piece of straw up a frog's butt and blow him up like a balloon. Toss him in the hog pen or whatever. Dip a little gasoline. Hook my little brother up to the milker. But these kids today, I swear to God, some of them psycho.
So here's one called For the Children. Hope you like it.
1, 2, 3.
When little cowboys and little cowgirls snuggled up in their jammies, in their little cowworms, they dreamed of the days when the Western was king, when a man was a man and a hero could sing. But now it's all violence and filth on TV, with its rampant, explicit sexuality. And our babies come running with questions for us. What are poppers and blowjobs and cunnilingus? What do we say to the children? To lead the way for the children. You can read them stories and sing them songs, but they still gotta know what they know is wrong. How I cry for the children. Don't wanna lie to the children, but they're gonna grow up thinking Darwin's true, while God can't even show his face in I believe in the 3 R's. Our children are our future. We must teach them that temptation comes in many disguises. A bottle of beer, a bag of dope, or even a face-talking methamphetamine dealer with a silver Camaro who tells you his uncle's got connections in Nashville. I have seen much turmoil in my life, and I have many regrets. I have made some really bad decisions at critical junctures in my life. Really, really bad. And now that I have children of my own, it's up to me to decide everything for them until they are able to think for themselves or are no longer in my custody. You can change their diapers and hearts, but there's still